Look at this beautiful girl. My goodness. I don't know what Janice is doing.
Nag-model ka pa ha?
Janice, what are you doing, baby?
Nothing. Umuulan.
Oh, it's raining outside.
Nagago ka.
They're gonna try to get them clothes in through the window, but it can't be done.
Panlawan mo yan, te. Mabaho yan. May downy pa naman ata yan. May downy na ito eh. Tanggalin mo yan lahat. Mamaya ipasahan, iikot na lang sa ano.
Ladies, I'm trying to video and I think you're doing chismes. The chismes is gonna be on the video. What you talking about?
About clothes.
Okay.
Because the rain.
Okay.
Ang clothes smell. Hindi na ba? Andito babaho. Babaho yan. Tete nga. Umulan na yan. Naulanan na yan. Mabaho po. Tanggalin mo lahat yan. Tapos ibaba. Ilagay natin dun. Isalang mo yung pindutin na lang yate. Matuyo pa, te.
I got this one here too.
Mababa ang tubig doon.
See how these ladies stress me out.
Ay, stress na naman.
James,
Dahil meron pa ditong ano, te.
why you always do stress to the Marcos?
Stress yourself.
Yeah?
Not me.
Well, I heard a rumor that you ladies ate Jollibee today. Is that true?
No. You don't buy Jollibee.
I think my friend Kevin bought you guys Jollibee. Yeah? Did you get the Jollibee, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so shout out to Kevin. Kevin dropped some funds on during the live stream, and they waited till today, and they went and bought some Jollibee.
Wow.
Did you have chicken and rice or chicken and spaghetti?
Chicken and spaghetti.
Yeah, she's a chicken and spaghetti girl, my friends. Well, that's how we have to cut on the aircon because we don't have a remote.
What happened?
Is it brown out again?
Meron.
No, it's brown out again. Just open the window, baby. It's brown out again.
Ano naman? Ano ba yan? Kuryente na yan. Patayin ko yung samay ko. Hindi samay ko. Wala.
Thank you, ladies.
Ito talaga si Marcos. Kahit asaan na lang nilalagay niya yung ano
Now,
niya.
baby, she's fanning Forrest G with a pillow. I'm gonna need you to fan me with a pillow too.
Itong kumot mo na to, hindi pa to ano? Hindi. Itapon mo sa basurahan.
Folks, you see the stress I'm under dealing with these Filipinos, right? I mean, this is stressful every day here for the king. Got these beautiful Filipinos walking around, looking all sexy. You know, always chismes, always talking, so talkative. Blah, 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 blah. Really?
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 Chismis, stress yourself, not...
It's stress, but it's a wonderful stress.
Na-stress daw si Kuya sa akin.
Okay, now that was a big introduction to today's video. And basically what I want to talk about is, can you get to the Philippines right now? And when I say you,
I go wash the clothes.
go ahead, baby. Hey, but can I get some ice from my Mountain Dew because the beer's not cold?
We don't have ice.
There's no ice.
I'll get that.
Oh, don't worry about it then, baby. Just when you get a chance, bring the dog some ice.
I'll buy ice.
She got a secret coin stash in there. Okay, so the title of this video is going to be, can you get to the Philippines? Now, how did I get back to the Philippines? Well, there's links to videos down in the description about how I got back to the Philippines. And long story short, resolution number 60 of the Interagency Task Force on Infectious Diseases said that if you are married to a Filipino citizen or have children in the Philippines, you can apply for a visa at the Philippine Embassy in your country, your home country, and you get a visa ahead of time, and then you can come back. That's how I got back from America, because you know, that applies to me. Well, what if you're the guy that is not married to your Filipina, or if you have children but their documents aren't in order, aren't in good order, how can you get back? Now look, take this video with a grain of salt. All right, this is one man's opinion based on my experience and just based on a couple of things I've read. And by the time you watch this video, it very well could have totally changed for the better or for the worse. But there's this article on CNN Philippines that where a gentleman talks about, you know, what if you know, if you have a fiance here, or you were planning on getting married, or you have, you know, other family members here, and they seem to be positive about it. And, you know, in other words, if you know you have a long-term girlfriend or a fiance here, you know, he said something like, you know, why not? And I think they said they're going to propose it at the next meeting. So it was a short article, and that was just the take on it. It sounded positive because one thing about Filipino culture, if you don't understand it, if you're new to the Philippines or you're thinking about moving here, family is number one. Family is important, and with that is one of the reasons that Resolution 60 came along, because they recognize there's a lot of folks here, you know, separated from their husband, their wife, their kids, whatever, and it is important to them. So that's a very positive thing about Filipino culture, big on family. And, you know, that article kind of reflects on it. You know, what about the guys with long-term girlfriends, fiancés, that situation? So maybe this gentleman is going to introduce something at the next meeting and something comes out of it. Maybe not. I'm not making any guarantees. All I want to do is invoke thought. So this is what I'm going to say. When it comes to anything in life, whether it be a job, a promotion, you know, trying to get a date with a girl, folks, if you don't apply or take some action, you never know what the outcome is going to be. Now, I can go through the cliche, you know, you miss 100% of the baskets, you don't try, you can't hit a home run unless you swing the bat, all the cliche shit, right? But if you don't apply or you don't take some action, how are you going to succeed in anything, right? So it's the same with government paperwork or visas or anything like that. A job promotion. Okay, you apply and you let them turn you down. Pretty simple. Don't sit back and wonder and debate it, whatever. Fill out the damn visa application. Write a letter that says, hey, I've got, you know, my girlfriend of 4 years in the Philippines. We're not married, but I support her. I support her kids or our children, and I'm requesting a visa to go back to the Philippines to see my family. Send it to the embassy in whatever country you're in, and let them decide whether or not they want to give you a visa. Let them turn you down. Okay, for a 1-year visa, the fee to apply for me was $90 US. Okay, now it's very clearly written, as in most visa applications, if they deny your visa, they're not giving you your money back. Okay, and it's so damn hot in here, my glasses are fading, so hopefully I don't look at the, you know what, I'll turn this around. A lot of times that's one of the reasons you wear glasses when you're talking to a camera, is because you're just naturally drawn to look at the screen over there and your eyes are always darting back and forth. But another way to solve the problem is just turn the screen around and just look at the lens. Anyhow, so you send in $90, or you can apply for like 2-3 months, cheaper than that. But send your money in, fill out the visa application, write them a letter, and explain to them your situation. Make it detailed, put some photos, some evidence. You know, if you've been sending your girlfriend money and you know, you support her and your children or her kids or whatever, put that in there. Send some documents. Send it to that consular officer with your application, and you let them say yes or no. Not you sitting there in front of the TV cursing the travel bans. That doesn't make any sense. If they tell you no and you lose your $90, who gives a rat's ass? All right, how much would you pay to get to go see your family right now?
What I put in the...
Yeah, can you pour that in there? Thank you, baby. So that's my recommendation to you. Now, there's another reason that I did this video, because I got an email from one of you guys that said, exactly what I'm talking about. And I meant to do this video a week ago, but I'm just now getting to it. Sent me an email and said, hey, you know, I have a girlfriend in the Philippines. She has a child. The child has never known its father. It's a Filipino father. And yeah, just about halfway. He said, you know, I've been supporting the child. The child calls me dad. We're not married, but this is my situation. Would you, you know, please grant me a visa to go see my family? And according to this gentleman, they did. Now, I can't guarantee that they're going to do the same for you, but this is what he told me. So he didn't have a marriage license, didn't have a birth certificate for the child, just wrote him a letter, explained the situation, pled his case, and I haven't heard from him to confirm that he's successfully here, but that was what he told me. And now you read this article on CNN Philippines about, you know, fiancés, girlfriends, you know, family, like as in that matter. And it seems like it's going in a positive direction. So can you get a visa? It's not up to me. But guess what? It's also not up to you. It's not up to you, the guy or the gal that's applying for the visa. It's up to the embassy, the consular officer, the Department of Foreign Affairs official that's going to look at your visa application and say yes or no. So I would encourage you this. Take some action. Download the Visa app, fill it out, put your documents in there. If you're in the U.S., you have to mail it to Washington, D.C. Mail it up there with your fee for that visa application. And, you know, my experience was really positive. Once it got there, they sent me a text, said, hey, we got it. There was email communication. So if it's not going to go your way or they want more documentation, they're probably going to email you and start the communication. What's the worst they can tell you, my friend, is no. And you lose $90 or less, however long you want to apply. But that's what I recommend. Take some action. This applies to everything in life. When I used to go to the bars, you know, hunting for one night stands, looking for ladies, partying like rock star in the clubs in the US, I'm not going to turn myself down. I'm going to let that girl across the room or group of girls or whoever I'm looking at, I'm going to let them turn me down. How you going to do that? You get up from your damn bar stool, you walk over there, bust up right in the middle of them, say, hey, how you doing? My name's Mark. Who gives a shit if 9 times out of 10 you get shot down? The 1 time out of 10 you're in like Flint. If there's 100 girls in a bar, I guarantee it. Okay? I guarantee it, a 1% rule. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to talk to every damn one of them. No shame if I get shot down. And it should be the same way with your visa application. If you're trying to get back over here to see your family, send that shit up there with your story, pay the money, and let them decide whether or not they're going to approve you or they're going to turn you down. Pretty simple, right? Alright, so got interrupted by wife number 1 there, just standing there. I'm like, what, baby? What do you need? So anyhow, I'm watching Forrest G. He's sleeping. Still no electric. I think the name of this tropical storm is Tropical Storm Pepito, I think it is. Damn, electric's been on and off since last night. A couple of big ass booms last night. It sounded like transformers going off. It sounded like a propane tank exploding. So the power's back down. But it's all good, folks. Got a nice cool breeze coming through. So Forrest G's just chilling out. But yeah, do your own research. Do your own research, but come into it with the mentality that if you really want to get here, just start applying and start some communication and see what they tell you. There you go. Take some action. What I've been observing here past couple, probably the past week, especially the past week that I've been out, folks, there's more and more buses headed northbound. more and more buses running. We're seeing Victory liners back on the roads. People are starting to be able to travel. They supposedly lifted the travel restrictions where if you go from general community quarantine to modified, or vice versa, the modified is lesser. So modified general community quarantine to general community quarantine. Supposedly you don't have to have a travel pass anymore or quarantine pass. So that's eased up the travel in between, say Manila and up here in Zambales, right? That's the second thing I heard was that that Filipino citizens either now or in the near future can travel abroad on tourist visas, where before they couldn't leave for non-essential travel. That's a step in the right direction. And what was the other one? Oh, the other one was before, if you were under 21 or over 60, you couldn't leave the house, and now I think it's 15 to 65. Now, I'm not looking at the article, but I think it's 15 to 65. So if you're over 65, you're still supposed to stay home, or if you're under 15. Either way, all positive steps in the right direction to eventually lift this travel ban where people can come back here and see their loved ones. I don't want to really get off topic because I'm very good at doing that. But the gist of it is, check out the articles, check out the releases from the, I think I'm saying it right, the IATF, Interagency Task Force on Infectious Diseases. They release those bulletins, and just keep an eye on those bulletins. Now, sometimes they're hard to interpret, so you'll probably see an article, and what the article is doing, the reporter is interpreting what that order means, right? But if you look at the articles and then look at the actual release, well, you can kind of stay abreast on how the changes are coming about. But right now, it's looking like changes for the positive. And I want you to think positive. And, if you're missing your girl, folks, I get emails every day from you guys telling the same story. Same story. You got a family, but you don't have the documents to back it up. Got it. I'm telling you, put pen to paper, write your story and your reasons why you want to go see your family and why they are your family, and they're not just some bar girl you met online 2 days ago. And hopefully they'll have some compassion and see it your way. If not, you've lost nothing but a little bit of time putting ink to paper and less than $100 on an application fee. Take some action. Folks, if you're not a subscriber on my channel, bottom right hand corner of your screen, if you hit that Overstay Road sign and get on board this little train, we certainly appreciate it. And I appreciate the 27,509 subscribers at the time of this video. Thanks to everybody out there who took the time, click that button, click that bell, and watch our videos. We certainly appreciate it. Certainly appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one, my friends. Peace out. Alright folks, welcome to this quick video, a little cost of living video about living in the Philippines. Just going to tell you how much this month's electric bill was. I got a little 2-bedroom apartment here at the penthouse suite. We have a one little wall unit aircon that probably runs between, I'd say 12, 14 hours a day. Got a big screen TV, all my electronic equipment, and a fan. So let me just get right down to business for people who are just trying to gauge it. Like I said, I'm gonna do this every month so you can just kind of take your own notes. And most of the time it's me, the old lady, Faye's here during the day, and then Forrest G. So we're like a family of 4, so to speak. But here's the numbers, and this is from September 18th to October 18th. Our total bill came in at 4,975 pesos, which is roughly right around 102 US dollars right now. And so I'm just going to use that number, $102, right? And what it come out is 4.54 pesos per kilowatt hour times 564 kilowatt hours. I think most of us don't know what the hell that means, but I've had people ask me what it was for the kilowatt hour. So it's 4.54. We use 564 kilowatt hours, and then multiply that out. But then you add all the damn fees. You know, all the extra fees are about as much as the light bill. So the total, that's the total, is $49.75.16. And if you just kind of do rough math, whatever, it's about $3.50 US dollars per day. That's what we use here at the Penthouse Suite. And for me, that's high. It's still high. The reason that it's high, it's not from cooking or anything else, is that aircon that just runs too much. The aircon is too small for the apartment. Now what we try to do is just block off one room, and we keep this kind of the cold room because the baby he sleeps better with the aircon on. And you know, when you're watching TV at night or whatever, the room stays cool. But I would almost say that one of the reasons is because the aircon is too small. I think if we had a bigger aircon, it would run less, and it probably would be a less. Our electric bill will be lower. Believe it or not, I think that's how that will work out. But it's a small aircon unit. It runs way too long during the day. But our light bill is a little bit down from last month, I think. So $100 with all the aircon use, the baby watching his ABCs on the big screen, and all of my electronic gadgets plugged in. I can't complain about that. So nice round number. That's $100 for the month. And you know, rent's $250, water bill, you know, roughly $5, and gas is roughly $5. So add all those numbers up, and you can start to see the hard bills, and start to kind of compare. Maybe, you know, everybody's different. When somebody says, "What's the cost of living in the Philippines?" That's like saying, "What's the cost of living in America?" It varies every month. It varies by your lifestyle, how you're living. But if you want to live, you can live cheaper on the local economy, right? I mean, I had a room for $28 a month, no aircon. I didn't need it. My light bill was $7-8 a month. I think for the average person, the bills that I'm quoting right now is right where you would be if you're coming from the West. You know, you want a decent place with an aircon unit. You know, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, something like that. So right there, our bills that we're living now is probably going to be right where you're at, unless you really want to live extravagantly. So there you go, folks. Just a quick update on our light bill. $102 for the month. I'm happy with that because it's down a little bit. But I would really, I really like to take that way down, way down. You know what I mean? I think $50 a month is where I would like really be happy if I was paying $50 a month. Anyhow, folks, you're not a subscriber, right there. Hit that little overstay road sign. Get on board my channel. I certainly appreciate it. I'd like to say thanks to all 27,500 of you guys who subscribe to the channel. And I hope this video was helpful to you.